Howdy and welcome to the Money Mode Chuck channel. The Chuck. Back in September of 2017, Tom Wopat, who played Luke Duke on The Dukes of Hazzard, that was in the 1980s. That goes back a ways. But anyway, in September 2017, he was doing a play in Massachusetts, 42nd Street, that was the play. And he was accused of groping or sexually assaulting an adult member of the cast. The article that I'm looking at, it really doesn't go into details on exactly what caused the woman to accuse him of groping or sexual assault. But then later they added that he also groped a 16-year-old girl. And what that entailed, according to the police report, is he poked her in the stomach with his finger, and then he slapped her across the buttock with his script, and he told her, "Nice butt." And so that was added to charges. He was already charged, with, groping the adult member, and he was also charged with drug possession when the police arrived for that. Now, because of the drug charges that was brought while all this was going on, he went into drug rehab, and he pled not guilty to assaulting the teen, and there again, that entailed, finger poking and slap across the butt with a script. And like I said, the article I read, it really didn't go into detail on exactly what he supposedly did to the adult female. And but he did go into drug rehab. Okay, now on the National Enquirer, they have an article about how Tom Wopat has been brought up in papers that's been filed to the court by John Snyder. Now, John Snyder was paying over $18,000 a month in alimony payments. And he had to go to court because he reached a point in his finances where he couldn't afford to pay the $18,000 of in alimony. He just couldn't afford it because he's had setbacks. And in the court papers, according to the National Enquirer, part of the setbacks, he actually blames Tom Wopat because Tom Wopat's troubles became his troubles, because they had planned to do a revival of the Dukes of Hazzard by touring, and they were hoping to make money by touring. And also, Hallmark had planned to do a Dukes of Hazzard movie, a revival movie, and that got canceled. And John Snyder kind of blamed Tom Wopat, his troubles on that. So basically, John Snyder was just trying to explain to the court, he had planned to do this, this, and this, but there were setbacks. And also in Louisiana, he was building a studio of sorts, and it got flooded. And he didn't blame that on Tom Wopat. But the other he kind of blamed on Tom Wopat because they had planned to do a revival tour and also a revival movie. And according to John Snyder felt like that Tom Wopat was the reason that it all got called off, because Tom Wopat had to go into drug rehab. Now, it should be noted that Tom Wopat's net worth is reported to be around $2 million, where John Snyder's net worth is reported to be around $10 million. In other words, John Snyder, not, I started to say Tom Snyder because Tom Wopat, whatever. Anyway, just because a person has $10 million on paper doesn't mean they have $10 million in their wallet, or in their bank accounts. So basically, he had a cash flow problem, and he was trying to explain to the court why, because of that cash flow problem, exactly what was causing that cash flow problem, and why he was not going to be able to meet the alimony payments. He was trying to make clear, look, I want to pay my ex $18,000 a month. Can you imagine? $18,000 a month in alimony. My word. But he was just trying to explain. But anyway, if you just casually read the article, you might think there's this big blow up between Tom Wopat and John Snyder. I'm sure if they could get it back together and do a tour or do a revival, they probably would. I doubt there's really any major hard feelings between the two. John Snyder was just trying to explain, what was going on, and he had to file court papers. So the moral of the story is, don't poke somebody in the stomach, and don't take your script and slap them across the butt with your script. Don't do it. They might get tingly. And then they might get guilty. And then they might get accusatory. And then they might go 911. So, you just stay away from people. Just stay away from them. Stay away. away from people. Oh, man. And, you know, the whole story was that, I don't know whether you've heard, you know, where some people, you know, they love to poke, they love to do that finger bit, you know. And there's an old mill story about where a supervisor got down on a worker and was doing that in their face, you know, was telling them off about something they did wrong, and the mill worker bit their finger off. So it's not really a good idea to use that finger, you know, no matter how you do it. No. Do you realize that Tom Wopat is, well, at the time of the article was written, he was 66 years old. I guess he may be 67 now. I'm not sure when his birthday is. But 66 or 67 years old. God, he's older than me, baby. He's older than me. He probably don't look as old as me. Anyway, most thanks for watching and listening. I do appreciate it. Thank you.